Shut the gates, we're back. Toby, we set a goal, 1,200 subscribers by the kickoff of Game 3, and we'll give away a free 2021 jersey.
Yep.
We're on target.
Yeah.
We've got 100 this week. All we need is 200s.
Yep.
2 100s in the next 2 weeks. And we're giving away that 2021 jersey to anyone. All you got to do is subscribe. That's it. Just got to subscribe. You don't have to like the video. You don't have to even watch the video. Would prefer it if you did. But you know, you don't have to. Just press that subscribe button. You're in the draw to win a 2021 jersey of your choice. Shut the gates, we're back. Toby, we've been to Adelaide. We're back in Sydney for Game 2.
Yep.
Queensland, they're up 1-0. They won 18-14. How do you think Game 2 is going to
go? Hopefully the same.
Okay.
As a Queensland supporter. Probably New South Wales will be looking for an open, quicker game. Fast one. Kind of like the first half. If they get into that dogfight for a full 60 or 80, you know, that's where Queensland will really relish that.
As I said last week, if they want to play football, New South Wales can win, as they showed early in the first game.
Yeah.
But then Queensland come back with an Origin-style football.
Yeah.
So, you know, and that's where they sort of started jamming them in defence, Yeah. And then they got the errors off that, which Queensland capitalised.
That's right, mate.
Which is what you can't do in Origin if you're like New South Wales.
No, that's it. The Queensland second half, they'll want to continue on that because their second half, they were really good. That was Origin football. That's what it's all about. You know, you positive mindsets, and then you know, and then just take your chances, as you say, because you don't get too many.
Queensland, their defence was really good when New South Wales were coming out of danger.
Yep.
So they were jamming a lot. But are you worried about the online defence for Queensland? They weren't there that often, New South Wales, and they still scored 3 tries. No,
that's right. I thought Damien Cook's try was pretty lucky. Like, it was just like a nothing kick and caught a ricochet. But then the two, the two backline shifts that they did,
yep.
You know, it resulted in points with them. So their online defence is questionable.
Was Luke Keary the correct one to get rid of?
Probably defensively, yes. But I think he showed a bit more than Nathan.
In attack, definitely. Well, Nathan Cleary's been there, 6 games now. No try assists.
Yeah.
Like, he's there to be a capable tackler, but he's not there to tackle.
Yeah.
I hate the term defensive half.
Yeah.
If you want to be a defensive sort of player, play hooker.
Yeah.
You're going to be tackling all day. But if you're playing halfback 5'8", you got to make your tackles, but you have to be able to attack.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And I think they've dropped the wrong person.
Yeah.
Because coming in late, Keary was the only one that was sort of even threatening the line. I don't know the stats for Cleary running, but I know I've seen Keary run a lot more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and for New South Wales, I think they've still got 3, 4, 5 gears in them. Maybe they got a bit complacent in between, and then sort of Queensland took over, and they couldn't get the momentum back. But I think we've seen straight off the bat, New South Wales just had that speed and danger out wide.
Yeah.
And the centres are questionable. We're questionable in a bit of defence, but really, Gutherson got 32 from 34 tackles. Jack Whiten was more a liability, I would say, in defence.
Yeah.
But in saying that, he was centre last year, and New South Wales won, and no one had no problems.
Exactly.
So you can't just get on, Jack Whiten's not a centre, he's played centre.
Yeah. At the highest level. Absolutely, mate.
And he won a State of Origin there last year. You can't, and no one was questioning Freddie when that happened.
Yeah.
They won, so.
That's right. That's right.
And they're not questioning when Turbo Tommy jumped up and scored in the wet
That's right.
in Perth last year.
Yeah, playing right centre.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he'd never played centre in his life.
Yeah.
So it's pretty tough to just pin it on those 2 players.
No.
Capewell could be out there for Queensland.
Yeah.
Who do you bring in? Do you bring in Corey Allen or Branko Lee?
I would rather Allen.
Yeah.
Probably, because I would rather him go to the wing. I didn't think Sammy was that good. I thought Corey Allen should have came in regardless, if Capewell was there or not. But there is big question marks over his fitness. Question marks over Jai Arrow as well, because he pulled up a bit lame. The Blues got rattled, I thought, after half time, that they never really got an attacking kick in the second half.
Yeah, and that's part of Cleary when he was playing for Panthers and his team was on a roll. he would kick third tackle, keep the pressure on. He just waited to the fourth or fifth tackle every time.
Yeah.
And he just put it up.
Yeah.
You know, there was no sort of attacking in it.
Yeah.
At least put a midfield bomb up or something.
Yeah.
He would just kick it straight to him. They'd get it back on the 20. They'd get it back on the 30.
Yeah.
You know, there was no sort of aggressive attack where they thought... Maybe they just thought Queensland would drop it eventually.
Yeah.
And they just want to go through their sets. You know, it's Origin football. You can't, you know...
Exactly.
The cliche... There's not that many mistakes in Origin football.
Exactly, mate.
You know, we didn't see... besides, like, maybe the last couple minutes... I don't think we've seen a penalty or a 6 again for like 35 of the 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Do I think that was right? Probably not. I think the ref let it go a lot.
Yeah.
Because he gave away a lot in the first half.
Yeah.
But you can't just wait for the opposition to make a mistake in Origin. You have to take it. The Blues, we did talk up their bench last week. Although I did say I would have Junior Paulo and Payne Haas swapped. They have done that for this one.
Yep.
Cameron Murray is out.
Yeah.
And so is Boyd Cordner.
Yeah.
How do you like their replacements? Dale Finucane and Nathan Brown. Ithazayo also on there as well.
Yeah, I like it. I like it in the sense if it's a real Dow Origin, because you know what you're going to get with them, and they can keep momentum. The problem with the Blues, I think Saifidi and Paulo, when they came off that first swap, I felt like they just lost a little bit of go forward, and then they just never got it back. I think with that bench, your go forward's going to be there. Providing it's a Dow Origin, I like it. If it's that open style flashiness that they want to play, that's a bit scary going with 4 forwards.
But I think Nathan Brown and Isaiah Yeo are perfect if you want a running forward pack.
Yeah,
very mobile. And I think the thing that New South Wales was sort of going through the motions, as I said just before. Put on someone like Nathan Brown. He's so aggressive, and he may make a mistake here or there, a head high here or there. But that's what you need from your Origin. You need someone to get in there, not make the mistakes, but get in there and just do the big hits. And you know he's going to be going for it, trying to lift the team.
Absolutely, mate. He's going to be suited to the ground.
Exactly.
Team Queensland in the first half, Cherry Evans and Munster did not control the game. Second half, man, that they took the game by the scruff of the neck. They scored that try. They went straight back to the same plan they were given. Just kick long, get into the corner, hit him again, wait for the mistake. It came. They scored again. Let's go back to what's working. Kick long, get back to our style again. And I thought that was a lot better, and I think that's the same style they'll play with Wednesday night.
Yep. Yeah. And I just think if New South Wales have the energy, I think they can overcome that early. I think they got the 10 points up early.
Yep.
I think if they can just get. I thought if they were up 16-0.
Yep.
At the break, which I thought they probably deservedly should have been 16-0.
Yep.
They didn't get the try. That's bad luck to them. But I think they're up 16-0. They would have won.
I agree, mate. It's too much to rate.
They had plenty of not attack down their field, but they had plenty of attacking football, and I thought they just had they were all over Queensland in that first 20-25.
Yeah.
So which is sort of opposite from a regular Origin with Queensland.
Yeah. I would like Cody Walker to take on the line in this game.
Yeah.
Play as a running player. Let Cleary control everything. And I think you'll get a better team that way.
That's the only thing I think can be New South Wales' downfall. Is I don't think Cleary in the big games can take when he gets a little bit of pressure. He doesn't. He just falls back.
Yeah.
James Maloney won it for us last year.
Yep.
James Maloney won the second game.
Yep.
And then Pearce come in for the third, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So, was Pearce? It was Pearce and Maloney in the third game.
That's right.
So that's why I'm worried that Nathan Cleary isn't going to be able to get a win.
Yeah.
He can't put on tries.
Yep.
And that's nothing to do with his Penrith form. His Penrith form is the best player all year.
Yep.
But even when it comes to the grand final, he sat back and did nothing, basically.
Yep.
He scored that last try, but that's because the pressure was off.
Yeah, game was over.
The game was over, basically.
That's right.
You've got to be better than that.
Yeah.
If he wants to be a premier halfback, this is the game. This is a series for him to show. And we had a fan question come in from Brody, so shout out to Brody, and he said some thoughts on having Origin at the end of the year. What do you think about that?
Yeah, mate. I liked it on Wednesday.
Yep.
I think if I lost, I would have not liked it.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of talk with the viewer ratings going really down.
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, and I just feel like with the couple of injuries from some personnel, you don't have the time to recover in time. And I think their bodies are going to be a lot more sore in game 2.
Is this going to be sort of a war of attrition?
Could
squad
be.
of attrition.
Absolutely. Absolutely, mate. You don't really get over an Origin game in 7 days, and then they have to go out and do it all again. So, to me, I know the greatest thing, it didn't break up the NRL season, which is great. We got to see it all the way through. but I think it has to go back to the middle of the year.
I agree. For me, it didn't feel like an Origin game from the outset.
Yeah.
It felt like a test.
Yeah.
It felt like a New Zealand versus Australia. I was interested, and I was cheering on New South Wales like nothing else when they were scoring and that. But to me, it just never sort of reached that heights of suspense. Like, you know, like it felt like in the football, normally it's like you make a mistake and like, you know, and you're like, oh no, you could be under the attack for the next 20 minutes. It didn't really feel like that in Origin. It felt like more open. Maybe that was because of the 6 again as well.
Yep.
But it just sort of felt like, you know, the game sort of just came and went.
Yep.
For the day.
Yep.
There wasn't the hype, the months of hype we get normally, and who's going to be picked, you know.
Yeah.
Like, especially in this game too, who's going to be picked.
Yep.
We know who's going to be picked.
Yep.
Because they got the squad.
Yeah.
You know.
That's right.
And I was a big fan of having the Origin in the middle of the year, shut the comp down for a month.
Yep.
And do it and bring in the squad. But I don't think I like the squad. If you're going through the media and the hype, like you're going to have most of the same players all the time anyway.
Yeah.
But it's just that sort of hype that you get, like who are they going to pick? Are they going to drop someone?
Yep.
Like, is Kiri and Cleary going to be dropped?
Yep.
You know, just those sort of media sort of things that just sort of build it up for me, which, you know, and I really didn't get this time of year.
Yep.
Because and people are just sort of over football right now.
Yeah, that's
you know?
right.
And they get up for Origin, but, you know, you don't see the people in the streets really wearing their, like at the moment, not even wearing their Queensland jersey, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're just sort of done with footy at the moment.
I agree, mate. I agree. And going back to that squad thing, you know, like we'll talk and potentially Adam Reynolds.
Yeah.
But he's not even in the squad, so
That's
he
right.
can't be picked.
That's right.
It's bullshit.
For me, I think, Adam Reynolds is the perfect halfback for New South Wales right now.
I think so.
But he's off having a holiday.
Yeah.
You know?
I do agree, mate, with you wholeheartedly.
Yeah. But what do you guys think? New South Wales, can they come back at home and force it to another decider for the third time in 3 years? Or will Queensland, will they wrap up the series before taking it home, trying to go for the whitewash?
I hope so.
So what are you going to go, actually?
I'll tip them. I'll tip the Maroons 1 to 12.
Okay, well, I'm going to tip New South Wales 13 plus. So let us know what you think, and if you have any comments, drop them down in the comment section, and we'll answer them next game. Shut the gates. That's about